Okay, in this video, we're going to start to expand on our knowledge of how forms and views that you see, like our tree view, and in this case, our Kanban view, in these different views and the models, how they tie together through menus and actions. Because if you'll notice, when I click on products, I go to this Kanban view. If I click on sales orders, for example, it brings up another type of view. So these actions, products, for example, when I click on it, trigger these views. And they also, as you can see, if I click products here, notice how we have this filter, can be sold. And you'll notice that when I click on sales orders, there's no filter here. And products, we have this can be sold filter. So you might ask yourself, well, how does this happen? What's the relationships between menus and then the views and the products you see? And fortunately, the debug lets us quickly get some insight into how Odoo's framework works. So let's open up this debug menu and look at this edit action. Now, notice how it says click to define a new product. You must define a new product for everything you sell. This information here. Let's real quickly go here to sales orders, and you'll see that same information here, like create a quotation, the first step of a new sale. If I go here to edit action, notice how here's our help. So if I said create a quotation and I put exclamation points here and hit save, if I go back and shift refresh, we're going to get our exclamation points now there in our help. So you can see the direct connection here between our actions and what you see inside of this particular view. And it's no different when we click on products. If I click on products and we look at this edit action, think of the actions as the glue that holds the models to the views. They tell how the view should behave, which view should get launched, and how it should act upon that model. Okay, so notice like right away here that there's this view reference, and we can see here it's product, template, product, Kanban. So this view reference, as well as this view mode starting with Kanban, is why when we click on products, we see this Kanban view, and when we click on sales order, we instead go to a tree view, a list view instead. And I can go here under edit action and see that its search view is sales order list select instead of Kanban. And notice here that the tree view is first in this action. So again, we're examining the actions of these products so we can see a little bit how they work together. So another thing, let's just so that we can see how we can change these actions, let's see how we could get the tree view to be the default. So, a lot of people, and this is a common request I'll get, is they'll say, I want to see the tree view. I don't need to see the Kanban view. If this Kanban view takes up too much space, I always want to see the tree view. So how can we change this action to do that? First, we can go up here and edit the action. And the first thing we got to remember is that our view reference is the product Kanban, which we probably don't want. So let's try to take that off, and you'll notice that there's the three different views. So Odoo's pretty good about naming things. So they named it product, template, dot product, and then for each of the views, there's a different one. So let's pick tree as the view we want to reference when this action is called. And then we also want to come here and put tree view first here, and then Kanban form, so there's no confusion. Let's hit save. Now watch what happens when we go to sales order. We get the list view. When we go to products, notice now we get the list view. So just like that, it's a small little thing to learn, but you're learning how to change actions so that they can work the way your users might want them to work instead. So, as you can see, we were able to, just by editing that action, change which view is the default. Now, we can still click and go to the Kanban. It's not broken, it's still there. It's just changed the order of them, so it defaults to our list view instead.